Good morning, heroes. Today, we're going to continue our journey on setting our goals and creating our action plan for the year. Now, if you've been following the steps so far, the first step was we created a vision. We had some what if statements of just on a grand scale, what if all the realm of possibilities were possible? What could we possibly produce this year? And then we took those what if statements, that big vision, and we came up with some goals that we can measure. Then we boiled down that to some 30-day targets. And then we came up with our critical actions. And so today's the last step of the process, and it's actually my favorite. And this is where we're actually going to turn. So right now, all we did was come up with a plan. We came up with a plan, what we want to accomplish and how we could accomplish it. Now we're going to turn that plan into action. We're going to turn that intention into actual movement and manifestation. And we're going to do that through what I call goal action statements. Now, what is a goal action statement? A goal action statement is simply a statement that you're going to write every day, and it contains your goal as well as the critical action. And what it's going to do is it's going to program that into your subconscious. Now, let me take a minute just to explain the power of the subconscious mind. Just at a high level, just think of the terms of you have two brains inside of you. You have your conscious brain, which is what you think. It's what your intentions are. Whenever you set a want or a desire, that's your conscious brain that says, I want to do that. But then there's the subconscious brain. And you ever have times where you say you want to do something, but all your actions and behavior go against that? I want to eat healthy. I want to eat a salad. But then you get in the restaurant and all of a sudden you order a burger or fries or something. I've got this battle going on inside of you. And that's the subconscious. Your subconscious actually controls over 90% of your actual behaviors. Just because you say you want to do something, your behaviors and actions don't always align with what you want to do. And that's because there's a misalignment between your conscious brain and your subconscious, which actually is controlling the ship, if you will. And so what we want to do is we need to actually program, now that you've established what you want to happen, what you want to do, the actions you need to take. Now we have to actually program that into your subconscious, because that's where the action happens. That's where the actual behavior change takes place. It's in your subconscious being. And so we have to take those goals and cement them back into your subconscious, so that every day you wake up and you're just obsessed over the goal that you're trying to achieve. You're obsessed over the actions that you need to take to get there. You need to have this obsession, like getting up out of your sleep with this on your brain type of obsession. And that only comes when you successfully implant that goal and that action plan into your subconscious. And the way you do that is through repetition. You may have heard of affirmation statements. They're statements that you say over and over and over. And over time, that repetition starts to plant the seed into your subconscious till you start believing that statement, when you start manifesting that statement. And the same thing is true with what we're going to do here. It's not enough to just have a goal. Many people have goals. They say 97% of New Year's resolutions are people have strayed away from them within the first 2 weeks of the year. Many people set out with a goal and then they forget about it. It's not enough just to have a goal. What we're going to do is, through constant repetition, you're going to constantly just cement that goal and the actions into your subconscious, so that every day you get it fired up and hungry and aggressive to get it. And so I remember, just to illustrate how powerful the subconscious mind is, I remember there was a year that I was trying to stop drinking. Me and my wife were pregnant, and I committed to her that since she wasn't going to drink, I would join her in that fight, and I wouldn't drink as well. And the difference, though, was I actually could drink. She couldn't drink because she had another human being growing inside of her, so she had an extra motivation not to drink. But me, I could drink. So if I went out with friends, I could have a few sips and she would never even know about it, right? There's no harm going to be done to the child if I drank. So it was much harder for me to sustain from drinking than it was for her. And so I would still go out to networking events, and I found that I was struggling. Even though I said I want to stop drinking, I still yearned for it. I still desired it. I still wanted to drink it, especially when I got around friends. And so I started telling myself and writing every day, I am not a drinker, and I don't need alcohol to have a good time. And I would write that I am not a drinker, and I don't need alcohol to have a good time. And I wrote it every day. In the first 2 weeks, nothing happened. I still wanted a drink, but I remember vividly one day I was at a networking event, and I had my glass of water with lime in it, and everyone else had wine. And I remember a friend of mine came around the corner holding 2 glasses of wine, and he handed me one. And I was in the middle of a conversation with someone over here. So I'm talking to this guy, and we're interacting, and then a friend comes around the back to hand me a glass of wine. And I turned to him, and I saw the wine. I said, "Oh, no, thank you. I am not a drinker because I don't need a drink to have a good time." And then I turned back, and I kept interacting with the other guy. And then after a few seconds, I stopped, and I was like, "Wait a minute. What did I just say to you? Did I just turn down this free glass of wine?" First of all, there's no two better words in the English language than free wine. So I said, did I just turn down a glass of free wine? And I didn't even realize I had done it. I was in the middle of a conversation, and my autopilot kicked in. My autopilot said, "You know what? No, thank you." I had successfully programmed my subconscious. I didn't even desire the wine, and it's just like I turned into a robot. Like, "Oh, no, thank you. I don't need that." Boom, I'm happy right where I am. And that's an example of how powerful the subconscious mind is. From that point forward, I went 2 years without a drink. I had successfully killed my desire, all because I got my subconscious in alignment with the goal that I had set for myself, which was to stop drinking. And then you can do this with any goal. Any goal you're trying to hit, you just have to get your subconscious in alignment with the desire that you have to hit that goal. And so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to beat that goal and beat that action plan into your subconscious by repeating it every day, through writing it every day. And this is the format we're going to use. It's simply like this. I will achieve X by doing Y. I will do X, state the goal, by doing Y, the critical action that it takes to hit that goal. So here are a few examples. So right now you should have your goals and the 30-day targets that we created, and you should also have the critical actions that it takes to hit those goals. Now we're just going to combine the two into one statement that you can write every day. Here are a couple of examples. I will close 10 transactions this month by making 25 prospecting calls every day. You'll notice the goal is the 30-day target. It's close 10 transactions this month within the next 30 days. Remember, we like to chunk down our goals into 30-day targets. So I will close 10 transactions this month and the critical action to hit that goal is make 25 calls per day. Here's another example. I will make 10K this month by reaching out to at least one new referral partner each day. Again, make 10K is the goal. Reaching out to referral partners is the critical action. I will lose 7 pounds this month by going for a run every day. The goal is to lose 7 pounds. The critical action that it takes to hit that goal is to run every day. One more. I will double the love in my relationship by sending my wife a thoughtful text message every day. Now, here's the power behind I want to explain why we write not only the goal, but the critical action. You may have had affirmations and things where you try to burn the goal into your subconscious. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. Let me tell you why that's not effective. Because you actually need to give your subconscious the instructions of what it needs to do to become a millionaire. You can't just say the result. I will buy a new house this year. I will buy a new house this year. That's not going to get you anywhere. You have to actually become obsessed over the action that it takes to get the result that you're looking for. So people try to get obsessed over the result and they still don't make progress, because you need to tell your subconscious what are the actions it needs to take to produce that result. And that's the part you have to become obsessed over. Just saying you want to make $10,000 this month isn't enough. You have to say, what are you going to do to get it, the action, and become obsessed over that action. So that's why the way we format this is not only do we state the goal, more importantly, we state the action, because that's the part we have to program into the subconscious. Now you're going to wake up every day going, what 25 people am I going to call today? Now you're going to wake up every day saying, okay, where am I going to run today? When you program this into your subconscious, you actually wake up with the intention, and you've successfully become obsessed over not only the goal, but the action that it takes to hit that goal. So what we're going to do now, you're going to come up with your goal action statements. I will produce X by doing Y. And you're going to come up with your action statements, and you're going to write them every day. So that's your homework. Come up with your goal action statements, and let's now turn your intention into action. All right, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.